So I believe this video is important. I'm trying to present my vision of the miracle anti-aging supplement. So let's go, and again, so I recommend you to download the presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. Then you will get access to the source of information and read it and make your own research. I present only my ideas, but again, this actual finding, I believe it's finding or hypothesis, is very old, because I was from 2021 I was thinking and doing it, but I made some mistakes, so let's go. In my old video, you can watch it from January 2021, I discussed factors that may extend the longevity of Jeanne Calment, if I pronounce it right. She lived 122 years, and the factors was following: good and long sleep at night, almost 9 hours, 2 hours afternoon nap, regular meditation, praying in the morning, and attending a local Catholic church every day, regular physical and mental activity like cycling and walking, playing piano, eating boiled beef and fish with a lot of cold-pressed olive oil, banana salads, garlic and cacao powder in dark chocolate as sources of resistant starches and dietary fibers. So in contrast to opinion of medical professionals, I don't consider olive oil as a healthy fat. You can watch my video, because of its high phytosterol content, which is up to 2% by weight, and phytosterols are toxic, in my opinion. Accumulation of phytosterols in tissues leads to premature atherosclerosis and vascular stiffness. Okay, this was Jeanne Calment. In her last years, she looks terrible, of course. People cannot enjoy longevity if they're so weak and fragile. Okay. Research indicates that African green monkeys fed a high-fat diet with olive oil, 35% by energy, developed atherosclerosis, and eventually died because of the arterial plaque rupture, causing embolism by blood clot. Yes, this is again confirmation that olive oil is not healthy. It leads to developing of atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, etc. So the phrase, you are as old as your arteries, by 17th century English physician Thomas Sydenham, highlights the connection between aging and cardiovascular health. In my video, you can watch it, I refer to measurements of blood pressure and resting heart rate as markers of aging, and I estimate the biological age of my cardiovascular system with these parameters. And good news that after this very bad accident when I took tetanus vaccine, my biological age of my cardiovascular system jumped up to 60 or even 65 years old, from what was 40, 45 years old, and now after 1 year and 3 months, I almost recovered. So now my blood pressure and resting heartbeat rate indicates that I am in range of 45, about 45 years old cardiovascular system, and it is improving, so it is good news that eventually we can rejuvenate our cardiovascular system and also all the body. Pardon. In her last year, the arterial blood pressure of Jeanne Calment was 140 to 70. It is awfully much, 70 millimeters of mercury was pulse pressure, and her heart pulse rate was 84 beats per minute, again, very, very high. So no wonder that she died. Such parameters indicate the arterial stiffness and atherosclerosis development. However, consuming olive oil in moderate amounts may be beneficial for health. Again, if you consume a lot, like it is, again, it has some positive and negative consequences. So, okay, then this is, a man is as old as his arteries. Okay, then we can go to these active substances, which are probably responsible for rejuvenation or slow down aging. Okay, let's go. This is pentacyclic triterpenes. Okay, I hope I pronounce it well. Such as oleanolic acid, maslinic acid. It's from maslin mostly. It's also from maslinic acid. Is also from olive tree. Oxolone and ursolic acid, medacinic acid, so you have to, you see, better to read yourself, and asiatic acid, and lupinol. So there are kind of number of these pentacyclic triterpenes, and they possess a broad spectrum of pharmacological properties, including anti-cancer, antioxidant, antimicrobial, antiviral, anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, anti-ulcerogenic, anti-obesity, anti-aging, anostalgenic, immunomodulatory, hypolipidemic, neuroprotective, hepaprotective, and cardiovascular activity. So quite a lot. It seems like a miracle substance. Health beneficial properties of olive oil, if any, can be attributed to oleanolic acid and also maslinic acid in olive oil. The content is up to 400 milligrams per kilo of oil. And while cocoa beans are better known for high polyphenol content, polyphenol content is 12 to 18% by dry weight. It's quite a lot. Pentacyclic triterpenes, such as oleanoic acid and ursolic acid, are part of the mixture of the phytochemicals that contribute to the beneficial health properties of dark chocolate. So you see, so that I believe that now that probably this magic supplement, again, it has to be checked. I'm going to check it. I ordered some these substances, and I will check it on myself. But you see that this ursolic acid, oleanolic acid, cassic acid, and asiatic acid, they are almost the same substances with little changes. But what is interesting, again, Centella asiatica, or this gotocolon, it has this made cassic acid and asiatic acid. And these probably substances which explain the beneficial health properties of this gotocolon. Okay. So Li Qing-Yen allegedly lived to be 256 years old, or maybe up to 200 years by his own account. So he was a Chinese herbalist healer, martial artist, and military tactic advisor, along with his special diet that include various kinds of herbs such as gotu-kola. He was consuming gotu-kola every day, and consuming both fresh and as well as alcohol tinctures, because winter time it is probably not available fresh. So he firmly followed meditation and physical activity. He practiced martial arts through his life. He attributed his longevity to peace of mind and believed that anyone can live at least 100 years by attaining this calmness inside and the wisdom and self-control. So, okay, then this is, you can watch video, the link in this description. You can watch video or make search for information on internet about him. But again, something common So he consumed a lot of gotu kola, and gotu kola, and this Centella asiatica, grows in tropically swampy areas of Southeast Asia, and it is popular as culinary vegetable in Laos, in the eastern part of Thailand. So, and even here in, this actually yes, also eastern part of Thailand, even here it was growing in near my house, and I was trying even to grow it more, to consume with salads. But what is more easy probably, it is available in Thailand. There is dry powder of gotu kola, and because it is used in traditional Chinese medicine, and you can order it online. The price is $16 per kilo with delivery. Okay, and as I said, this Li Ching Yen was consuming a lot of gotu kola. Probably it was this miracle substance which was very critical for his longevity. I believe that it is something which we may think. And for years, I was thinking also, from 2021, I used dry powder of gotu kola to prepare water extracts, but didn't see considerable impact on my health with such a remedy, and eventually I gave up. So yes, I have this dry powder of gotu kola, and it can stay quite long. So, and I was doing this water extract, but only recently did I understand that making a water extract was a mistake, because these pentacyclic triterpenes are not soluble in water. So I just was wasting this powder. Now I will try to swallow dry powder of gotu kola as a source of dietary fiber, or this prebiotic, together with powder of edible and medicinal mushrooms and raw cassava starch. Yes, so again, I have it. I have all this gotu kola powder, and I have this medicinal mushroom powder, and I have tapioca starch. So tapioca starch is the source of resistant starch, but some people complain that consuming of this raw potato or tapioca starch leads to accumulation of fat. Indeed, raw potato starch has only 65% of resistant starch, which is important for the health of your gut. But 35% up to 35% of this starch can be digested and converted to glucose, and this glucose can accumulate in your body, especially if you are not adapted to it. But also, there was time I was consuming more than 100 grams of this tapioca starch, and my weight and the amount of body fat increased, and so I'm just a little bit unhappy about this. I feel good. It is not. This fat is under skin. It is considered as healthy fat, but yet I would think maybe I can lose it, and then with these supplements I probably can lose it. Again, mushrooms work better. They are not only not digestible in the thin intestine, so they are not produce glucose. They work mostly as prebiotic, plus some active substances and proteins in this mushroom powder can be beneficial. Okay, but also I try to use this powder of dry gotu kola, and I started already, but okay, let's see how it will work. I just take it with water. So pentacyclic triterpenes increase glucose absorption, insulin secretion, and glucose uptake in peripheral organs, contributing to the management of diabetes and diabetes-induced vascular dysfunction, retinopathy, and nephropathy. Okay, so it is again just I made some research, and this is from some scientific publications. Also, this pentacyclic triterpenes downregulate insulin resistance, oxidative stress, and total fat, including visceral and subcutaneous fat. Okay, subcutaneous fat considered is healthy, relatively healthy, and visceral fat is very dangerous. So, and what is happening, these substances, these supplements, they improve in glycemic control and turn this white fat, which is accumulates as a storage of energy, it is turning it to brown fat. Brown fat is considered healthy, especially, okay. So, and these substances also potent vasodilators, promoting the release of nitric oxide from the endothelium to improve vascular function and reduce high blood pressure. And high blood pressure, but also the data that resting heart rate is, can be reduced with these substances. Ursolic acid. Ursolic acid is present in foods such as apple peels and many herbs, like rosemary and holy basil. It has been used in traditional herbal medicine, and in contrast to other pentacyclic triterpenes, this ursolic acid is available as dietary supplement. I ordered it from China, but delivery will be only end of March, or in the middle of March. It takes so long to deliver and to produce it probably. So, but interesting that again, the research already indicates many beneficial properties of this ursolic acid, and all together with on pentacyclic triterpenes, a lot of we can expect a lot of health improvement. Pardon. Studies show that this ursolic acid may help treat chronic illnesses like cancer, metabolic problems, and liver diseases. Ursolic acid inhibits cancer proliferation, metastasis, and angiogenesis, which is near the metastasis, near this tumor tissue, and induces cancer cell death. Furthermore, this ursolic acid has demonstrated potential to boost cardiovascular health and maintain cognitive health. Yeah, so again, it is not much information about ursolic acid because it was not, the research started maybe 2020, 2019, so not long ago. So, and we don't have much information, but it was traditionally used as in Chinese medicine. In the cosmetic industry, ursolic acid is valued for its ability to stimulate collagen production, reduce wrinkles, and improve skin elasticity, tone, and texture. Because of its low toxicity, this ursolic acid is gaining significant popularity as a dietary supplement. Again, dietary supplement is very much more easy to apply, and so it has recently gained attention in the fitness and longevity communities for its potential to enhance exercise capacity, improved body composition and metabolic health, and allow healthy aging through the promotion of skeletal muscle rejuvenation. Okay, you can go again. This ursolic acid seems to be fantastic supplement. And it is affordable. It is actually affordable. I ordered 500 grams, so it is for a year enough, maybe even more. But let's see. I wish to see what will be the impact of it. Okay. So this ursolic acid and this oleanolic acid from olive oil are structural isomers and used in skincare for their strong anti-aging, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. They are common in creams, lotions, and anti-acne products to improve skin elasticity, strengthen the barrier function, and enhance the hydration. Both acids promote collagen production, improve skin elasticity, reduce wrinkles, the same, okay. Okay, but ursolic acid in particular is used for skin brightening effect because, again, the ursolic acid has some cytotoxicity. It can kill some cells, okay? Some cells which are very active. or excessively active, such as cancer cells infected by some viruses, and also senescent cells. So this is how it works. Okay, this ursolic acid and this oleanolic acid are insoluble in water, but soluble in organic solvents like ethanol, DMHSO, and oil. So this olive oil has these substances. Okay, then, but also other oils can be used. They are often incorporated into emulsions, gels, and oil-based products. Typical concentration are at level ranging from 0.5 to 3%. And in view of its non-cytotoxic nature, this oleanolic acid may be preferential and for dermal preparations. Again, mind that, again, these cytotoxic properties of ursolic acid are beneficial in some cases. Again, not to apply to skin, but as a supplement, as dietary supplement. It is very important because all this, his anti-cancer and anti-senescent cells, anti-aging properties depend on cytotoxicity in particular. But also, okay, oleanolic acid is help to get vasodilation and production of endothelium, this enzyme nitric oxide synthase. So again, it improves blood circulation. But you see, if you consume olive oil, this I would not recommend because olive oil has toxic substances like phytosterols, and then better to consume as substances, dietary supplement, and not oleanolic acid because I didn't see it as available in difference to ursolic acid. And okay, so and ursolic acid is, you can buy it. So ursolic acid has shown potential as therapeutic agent, often acting more as xenomorphic or xenostatic compound, which reduces the detrimental effects of aging cells, of these senescent cells, rather than a direct, fast-acting senolytic that kills them. Ursolic acid suppresses SASP, which is senescent-associated secretory phenotype. This is an inflammatory cocktail of cytokines released by senescent or so-called zombie cells. Some evidence suggests that ursolic acid can induce autophagy-dependent death in specific cancer cells, but also maybe in senescent cells because they have the same metabolism. In some contexts, ursolic acid may assist in removing senescent cells. This is what I say. So it is, again, especially if you combine it with other substances like megadoses of ascorbic acid or resveratrol, probably. Okay, research indicates that ursolic acid can work in combination with resveratrol for treatments, for anti-cancer treatments, and also as a senolytic substance. So, but again, it was used for topical application, but it can be. I didn't see research about them as supplements, but the mechanism is the same. Okay, so what is happening? So senescent cells, they produce senescent-associated this secretory phenotype, and also what is happening in cancer cells and senescent cells, they all work about the same. What is going, senescent cells may go to metastasis, can be converted to cancer. And cancer cells need, they proliferate very quick, so they need angiogenesis. And so angiogenesis is growing new blood vessels, and it is again, it's ursolic acid, it is improving blood circulation, but also it is suppressing angiogenesis near tumor cells. Okay? Vascular calcification is a common pathological feature in atherosclerosis, diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and aging. It is associated with increased incidence of cardiovascular events and all-cause mortality. However, effective treatments of vascular calcification remain lacking. So the medical professionals say it is not curable. Recently, the inhibitory effects of ursolic acid on vascular inflammation and calcification were observed in vitro, in rats, and in human arterial rings ex vivo. Okay, so, and the ursolic acid is a promising natural compound for treating cardiovascular diseases such as hypertension, atherosclerosis, vascular injury, and aortic aneurysm. So, okay. Yeah, this is. I will check with measurements of blood pressure and resting heart rate. It is easy to see. Beyond its role in vascular inflammation and calcification, ursolic acid has demonstrated additional benefits on muscle wasting, osteoporosis, and renal fibrosis in animal models. While ursolic acid demonstrates high potential, its efficacy is highly dependent on improving its low oral bioavailability. It is not. It does not dissolve in water. So if you consume this as supplement, it has to be consumed together with some fat, or maybe yogurt. Okay, but nevertheless, the market for ursolic acid is growing 9% of year. This is very healthy growth. So it is again, it's getting popular. And it is, again, it is the only maybe substance which is available as a supplement, this miracle substance. Okay, so again, this about the slide about the calcification, it is wrong. The slide, all the recommendations that you have to consume statins, again, this is, I never would do it. I never would, I would consider statins as very toxic, very, but what we have this. This is what medical professionals recommend, statins to everybody. It is again, I stopped going to medical professionals 26 years ago, and I stay healthy. The only what my mistake to take this vaccine 15 months ago, and it was disaster. And I was so much in depression, but now it is recovering. I am yet have to recover more, and my goal is to get the heartbeat rate and the blood pressure the same as I used to have at age of 18. Pardon. Okay. What else? Most miracle results for ursolic acid come from rodent studies using oral doses equivalent to 1.4 to 3 grams per human. Meanwhile, most commercial supplements and human trials use much lower doses, 150 to 450 milligrams. But okay, studies using 450 milligrams a day suggest that ursolic acid can help convert white fat, which stores energy, to brown fat, which burns energy to produce heat. And by increasing the amount of brown adipose tissue, ursolic acid can elevate your resting metabolic rate to achieve significant fat loss, and often fails to show actual increase. But unfortunately, it is not improving your muscle mass, lean muscle mass, unless used in some much higher, potentially unverified doses. So you be careful if you go above 450 milligrams per day. If your goal is muscle preservation and muscle growth, this is HMB, a substance at 3 grams per day is the better choice, or you can combine it with ursolic acid. So, and HMB, it is a very well-known substance. It is indeed working. It is, I confirm it. So, if you go to anaerobic, to the strength exercises, it's very healthy. It also can improve your endurance. if it is used before exercise, before aerobic exercise, especially if it is combined with this monosodium glutamate. Glutamate is actually to remove ammonia from your muscles, and then it is increasing endurance. So, okay, you see that, okay, white fat, it is storing fat, storing energy, and it is not considered healthy. It is actually produce some pro-inflammatory substances, so it is nothing more. It has a low amount of mitochondria. It is just for storage. But brown fat, it is for so newborn children have a lot of brown fat. In adults, amount of brown fat is dropping, almost disappear, and then you have accumulation of this white fat, which is not healthy. But okay, brown fat is recommended, and it is good fat, and it is, again, if you want to lose weight, it is the way to go. Okay? Ursolic acid, probably your choice. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your attention. So again, I share my personal opinion on rejuvenation, radical lifespan extension, and this is for information purpose property. I am science doctor in science with PhD in physics and mathematics, but at least I can think logically. And I combine this information about the super centenarians who lived very long, 122 years or maybe up to 200 years. And I see that these substances, these miracle substances may work. So this ursolic acid is probably the substance which can be, oleanolic acid is available in olive oil. It is also can be produced from leaves of olive trees. But probably it is much more expensive and people don't produce it. But this ursolic acid is many plants have it in large amounts, so you can buy it relatively affordable. As you see, this a lot of it is known that it is available in apples, in skin of apples, but it is to get enough. Even 150 milligram of this ursolic acid, you have to eat few kilos of apples. It is ridiculous. So again, it is no way. But again, as it is available as substance, as supplement, why not to use it? Why not to use it? People grow some this rosemary or other substances and make extraction with alcohol, or subcritical extraction with alcohol, and it works. It works. So it is, again, it takes time. It is not very cheap, but at least it is the only substance, this miracle substance, which can probably, I believe that it is a good ground that we can live much longer if we use this ursolic acid as supplement every day. Maybe, but again, even if I will try to get this Central Asiatica, go-to-coal powder, it is not realistic to get enough of these substances, of this made cassic acid and asiatic acid. It is not realistic to get 150 milligrams from go-to-coal. So in this supercentenarian Li Ching Yen, he was consuming a lot of gotu-kola, a lot. So, and every day. So maybe it was better. And you see, he at least he claims that he lived up to 200 years. And to his appearance, I don't see much of this atherosclerosis problem, but while the consumption of olive oil made Jeanne Calment sick. She lived 122 years, which I consider very short. So my goal is to live a few hundred years, or maybe even longer. And okay, let's see. At least I see some signs of rejuvenation. It is not only, I don't rely yet on this pentacyclic triterpenes, but I will use it, let's see. But I more rely on enzymes, advanced enzymes, bacterial and enzymes, and it is, and the megadoses of ascorbic acid also are important. So let's see. I became optimistic after my pulse pressure. The difference between systolic blood pressure and diastolic blood pressure went down below 40. This is good sign. So I have now blood pressure not as good as 1 year and a half before. It was even better. It was pulse pressure difference between systolic and diastolic pressure was in the range of 34. Now it is range 38. Some days maybe 40. And but it is improving. At least I see that it takes so long, but it is improving. It shows that rejuvenation is possible. To damage your health, it is easy. You take some toxic substances or injection of this vaccine, and then you die. Some of my fellow students from the same university I graduated from, they already dead. After vaccination, they just dead. So, but I avoided vaccination, and I didn't use mask, and it was a problem. It was a problem to buy food in supermarkets because there was politics that everybody had to wear a mask. But also I lost good job, because I said I will not use vaccination. Okay, but at least I'm alive. I'm not a rich person, but at least I am healthy, and every next day I go cycling. In total, I do up to 90 kilometers cycling distance, 90 kilometers. It is 4 hours during the day and half hour in the morning, half hour plus half hour morning and half hour evening to go to my farm to sleep. So it is good, but again, I wish to be better. I wish to see rejuvenation in not only cardiovascular system, but also maybe skin. And okay, let's see. Yet, yeah, skin. I didn't do anything for rejuvenation of skin, but this is, in future, I should do it. Okay, that's all. Thank you for attention. And again, I recommend to download the presentation, watch it, as you, and go to the source of information. You see it's 17 links. And next time I will present some version of this presentation of this Ursolic acid, mostly from with help of artificial intelligence. You can compare. Artificial intelligence, why I do this, sometimes use artificial intelligence to adapt my text to level of high school education, because people don't want to go to the source of information, read articles. This is what I do. This is normal, my activity. I did it all my life, going to publication, reading, and trying to understand mechanism and chemistry and everything involved. Then I do some conclusions and try. So now you see that idea is such that these substances probably are miracle supplements. We can use it, we can live much longer. Let's see how they are they really miracles or not, miracle substances or not. Let's see. But again, I ordered it. It is from China, and it is. I cannot say it is not fake. I cannot say the quality. I will get it and I will check it. So let's see. Okay, that's all. Thank you for your time. Take care.